So, hey, hello. This is my first video on this channel. This is what I kind of wanted to talk about um, why I started fitness in the beginning. I first started because I was over 400 pounds, a lot of health complications, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and yeah, I had to make a change. I never like lifted weights or exercised, did sports. I was more of a person that kind of stayed home, more introverted, played video games, that type of thing. Just kept to myself. But then like it was like I hit a road point in my life, a roadblock in my life where it was like if I don't do something then I'm gonna die young. The doctors are telling me this and it's like yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. So first started in college, it was like I think my heaviest I ever was like 415 on the scale. I remember I thought I had an earache because as a kid I had a lot of problems with my ears, like earaches and stuff, because I get a lot of sinus issues and it drains into my ear canal and it gave me a lot of infections as a kid. So around that time I thought, okay, my ears like sore and like pressure and stuff like that. So I thought like, okay, it's probably maybe ear infection because I'm kind of used to it at that point. Around this time I was maybe 19. I'm not sure. I can't exactly remember. And yeah, I went to CVS. Always was nervous because it's like anyone that's obese, 300 plus, 400 plus pounds. Uh, well, I can't speak for everyone. It speaks for myself. But I feel like you're kind of nervous because you're unhealthy. I had been, at that time I've been trying to make changes and stuff, but it's hard, when you're depressed and you're not sure what the direction in your life is at that time. I was like 19. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of mental issues, a lot of stuff at home going on, and I let it weigh me down. So then I went on the scale, and I was like 413, 415. I can't exactly remember. It was over 410, and that was the moment that I knew I was like, I can't let myself continue to get bigger than this. And yeah, it took me a couple years after that, to actually like was eating healthier and stuff like that. But it took me a couple years after that to like substantially lose a lot of weight. I think I was around 24, 25. I started just with doing cardio, just like walking outside a couple of days a week. I was afraid of the gym, a lot of fear and anxiety, not sure like what to expect, afraid of being judged, afraid of people looking at me and laughing at me and seeing how fat and out of shape I am. And then I just sweat a lot real easily, and I just kind of let my insecurities and stuff like that prevent me from like going to the gym and lifting weights. So I lost quite a bit of weight just walking and jogging outside, and I still enjoy walking outside. It's very peaceful. It allows you to clear your mind just being with nature. And also at the time I did my fitness pal, tracking calories, weighing the food that I eat in grams and stuff. And at that time I didn't really have that much knowledge or insight into like nutrition. I just knew about calories. I didn't really know about macronutrients, or micronutrients or anything, or even how to exercise properly. I was just like, I'm just gonna fucking do cardio and walk, do the best I can, and like I think in a year, I had lost like 100 pounds maybe. I can't be too sure, but around 100 pounds in a year, and then after I lost about 100 pounds, I started going to the gym and like slowly lifting weights, like dumbbells, machine stuff. I really, intimidated by like the barbell, and I didn't do bench, I didn't do squat, I didn't do deadlift. I just did, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just kind of just doing what I saw other people do, and I was still doing mostly cardio. And I really hated lifting weights in the beginning. I remember like doing 30, 45 minutes and just being like, man, this freaking sucks. I want to quit. I want to give up. And I hated it. I hated it. Like sometimes I go in there and I just feel like I have to throw up after like 30, 45 minutes. And like I just constantly in my head, I'm like, I just want to quit. I want to give up. I want to quit. But I kept pushing through, and never did quit. And now, now it's been a couple of years now, and I've come to actually love and enjoy lifting weights. And I went from, at that time, and I was like 400, whatever, and then I went from 400 to like, 230, 220, 215, and now I'm kind of I've gained a lot of that back, with COVID, life stuff, depression. Now I'm around like 290, back on the journey to get back down, doing what I know I should do to get back to like 230, 220, because I feel like that weight is the best for me, and I want to continue to do what I know I should and have to do. So yeah, for anyone out there going through the same weight loss journey and struggle, it's going to take time, but it's just consistency is the biggest key. Just keep pushing, keep doing the best you can, and as long as you don't give up on yourself, you will see progress and change. A lot of it is just researching and finding as much information and trying to educate yourself as best as you can with CICO, calories in versus calories out. Counting calories helped me a lot. I didn't really start tracking like macronutrients, fat, carbs, and protein until like 2017. And by 2017, that was when I was like 220, 230. I had been lifting weights and stuff. And that's when I started getting more into like actual weightlifting, like powerlifting. That's 2017 is when I started squatting and deadlifting. And before then, I was doing a little bit of bench press, but not too much. 2017 was like the starting point for me of like, okay, I want to get serious, At that time, I had no plans to get into fitness, but I was like, I want to see how far I can push myself naturally. Yeah. And even now, I'm still natural. Nothing against people who aren't, but I just wanted to test myself, test my limits. And yeah, over time, I just got better, started to fall in love with it, and ended up changing careers to right now being a personal trainer, hoping to be able to do more in the future. And this is just the first video. Just talk about a little brief overhead about my weight loss journey, about how I started. Was obese most of my life. Highest I ever hit was like 415 pounds. Never thought I would ever lose weight. Always thought I'd just be some fat nerd at home. I never played sports. Never did anything physical. I honestly thought I didn't have the genetics to be good at sports. It wasn't until I started lifting weights that I actually did realize that I did have some good genetics. Not strength power wise, but just like pretty good at putting on like decent muscle mass, better than most people can. And I would have never known that I was good at anything genetically if I never had went to the gym, never lifted weights. My life changed a lot for the better once I started losing weight, exercising, starting with just cardio, and then slowly moving on to lifting weights, and then falling in love eventually with not so much powerlifting, but just weightlifting in general. I love to lift weights. It's very cathartic for me. It lets me let out a lot of, emotions, whether I'm sad or depressed or a lot on my mind, I'm stressed, or I got anxiety. It's a good outlet, positive outlet for me, and I think it could be a positive outlet for a lot of people. And it's more than just losing weight. I feel like it made me a better person. It showed me that I can achieve more than I ever thought I could. And I'm happy that I started my journey with weight loss, with fitness. And no one probably will watch this, but I just wanted to make a video, talk about what I've gone through a little bit, not too much. And hopefully I make some more And if someone does watch this, hopefully, maybe they get some inspiration, maybe not, but yeah, that's it.